Hello, everyone. Today we're going to talk about the slope formula. So, the slope formula is simply put m equals, m is slope. We have y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So, we simply look at our points. So, we'll just do some examples here. So, let's look at our first set of points at number one. Well, we need to understand what's y1 and y2. So, let me change my colors here. Go to red. So our point one is my blue, and my second point is my red. Matches the equation. Red 2, blue 1. And we need to understand that x is the first number, y is the second point. Again, x and y. So here we go. We have m equals, well, we want y2. So that's the y in the second point, which is 3. We're going to automatically subtract it, and then we're going to go to the y in 1, which is 1. On the bottom, we want to take this x from x2, from the second point, which is 4. We want to subtract it from the x in the first point, which is 1. And what we have is we get 3 minus 4 is 2. 3 minus 1, is 2. 4 minus 1 is 3. So our m equals 2/3. Let's look at another example. We'll go to number 2. So I want to take the same process. Let's identify the first point, which is here. Our second point, which is here. And so we have m equals, we'll put a line. So here we go. y2 is the y in the second point, which is -2, minus y1, which is 4. Then we have x2, which is 10, minus, and here we go, our x1. Now notice my x1 is a negative number. So in order to separate that negative sign from the minus sign, we want to group it by putting it in parentheses. So we're going to put our -2 in parentheses. That simply lets me know that that negative goes with the 2 and it's not the minus sign, okay? So we have here, what we're going to do is, first let's address the negative sign. So what we have here is we have a negative here and a negative there. When you see that, you just automatically make them both plus, and we can move forward. So -2 minus 4 is -6. 10 plus 2 is 12. We can reduce that by dividing both by 6. And what we get is that's -1/2. So m is equal to -1/2. I'm going to skip down to number 5 like I did in class. Same process. My first point is here. My second point is here. I have m equals, so y2 is my y in my second point, which is 9, minus my y in my first point, which is 9, over my x2, which is 3, minus my x1, which is 5. So what we're going to do here, 9 minus 9 is 0. 3 minus 5 is -2. Now, I've said this many times. If I have a 0 in the numerator, I like to say that is okay. It is okay to have a 0 in the numerator. Okay, so we just go ahead and do the math. 0 divided by -2 is m equals 0. Or we can also say we have a 0 slope. Here's our next example here. We're going to do the same process. We're going to highlight our first point here. Let's highlight our second point here. And let's do the math. We have m equals, and we go over. Y2 is 5 minus my Y1, which is 8, over my X2, which is -7, minus my X1, which is -7. Remember, if it's negative, we want to put it in parentheses to group that negative with the number. Remember, also I told you if you see kind of a double negative situation, that's negative times negative, it makes it positive. So what we have here is 5 minus 8 is -3 over -7 plus 7 is 0. Now, we talked about the 0 being the numerator being okay. If we have a 0 in the denominator, I want you to understand that's no, N-O, which means it's not okay. It's not okay to have a 0 in the denominator. So if you see a 0 in the denominator, think no, and just automatically work my M is undefined.